Good evening, everyone. Are you ready to unlock the power inside you? Let me ask you a question. How many of you want to achieve extraordinary success, reach your highest potential, and create a life that you're truly proud of? I know I do. But here's the thing. Success doesn't come by chance. It comes from developing certain habits. Habits that fuel your growth, your resilience, and your ability to produce lasting change. Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 habits of highly effective people, the key principles that, when mastered, will transform the way you live, work, and relate to others. Ready to change your life? Let's dive in. When we talk about being proactive, we're talking about taking full responsibility for our lives. It means recognizing that no matter what happens around us, we always have the power to choose how we respond. Life isn't something that happens to you, it's something you create. Proactivity starts with a mindset shift. It's about moving away from the victim mentality that says, I have no control over my circumstances, or it's not my fault. When you adopt a proactive mindset, you stop letting the external world dictate your emotional state or your behavior. You realize that regardless of the challenges, you have the ability to influence the outcome. Think about it. The most successful people are those who are able to respond to situations with clarity, focus, and determination. They don't sit around waiting for someone else to make things happen. They take action, even in the face of adversity. It's easy to get stuck in the habit of reacting to things, letting life push you around. But a proactive person doesn't wait. They step forward and take charge. Being proactive is about controlling your own destiny. When something goes wrong, you ask yourself, what can I do about it? How can I make the best of this situation? You take responsibility for your actions and your choices. It's about empowering yourself to create the reality you want instead of sitting back and letting circumstances decide it for you. This doesn't mean you have control over everything. Life will throw curveballs, and you can't predict every situation. But what you can control is your response. You can choose to take ownership of your feelings, your actions, and your results. By doing so, you stop letting the world happen to you. Instead, you make the world happen with you. The more proactive you are, the more you see opportunities instead of obstacles. You look for solutions instead of problems. And you turn challenges into chances for growth. It's a powerful shift because it gives you the agency to create the life you envision. Proactivity isn't just about being active, it's about being intentional. It's about being the driver of your own bus, not a passenger in someone else's. When you own your choices, your mindset, and your actions, you begin to see the power you truly have. That's the foundation of becoming a highly effective person. Having a clear vision of where you want to go is one of the most powerful tools you can possess. When you begin with the end in mind, you're not just drifting through life reacting to whatever comes your way. Instead, you're charting a course toward a specific destination with purpose and intention. The idea here is to imagine your life as if it were already over. What do you want to have achieved by the end of your journey? What kind of person do you want to have become? What legacy do you want to leave behind? When you have clarity about your values, your goals, and your purpose, every decision you make is guided by that vision. It's like having a compass that points you in the right direction, no matter the distractions or obstacles you might face. Think about how often people get caught up in the day-to-day grind, dealing with immediate tasks and putting out fires. Without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to get stuck in that cycle, constantly reacting to the urgent and the immediate. But when you have a clear vision of what you want your life to look like in the long term, you start to align your actions with your greater purpose. Each step you take becomes deliberate because you're focused on where you want to end up, not just where you are right now. This doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out perfectly. It's not about knowing every detail of the future. It's about having a guiding vision that keeps you grounded. By beginning with the end in mind, you're setting yourself up to be proactive in your life because you're making decisions today that are aligned with where you want to be tomorrow. It also gives you the confidence to say no to things that don't serve your vision, protecting your energy and focus for what truly matters. One powerful way to do this is by writing down your personal mission statement. Reflect on your core values, your passions, and the impact you want to make in the world. This statement serves as a reminder of your purpose and helps you make decisions that are aligned with your greater goals. And number 4, it's a tool that keeps you on track when things get tough, helping you stay connected to your bigger picture, even when the details of life seem overwhelming. When you begin with the end in mind, every action you take becomes more meaningful. You start making choices that bring you closer to your ultimate vision instead of wasting time and energy on things that won't get you there. It's about living with purpose and creating a life that reflects your deepest aspirations. When you know where you're going, you no longer feel lost in the chaos of daily life. Instead, you move forward with confidence, knowing each step is one that gets you closer to your vision of success. Once you've defined your vision and know where you want to go, the next step is to ensure that your daily actions align with that vision. This is where putting first things first comes into play. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and focusing your energy on the activities that will bring you closest to your goals. Far too often we get caught up in the whirlwind of life's distractions. There are constant demands on our time, emails, phone calls, social media, meetings, and while some of these things are important, they're not always the most urgent or meaningful. Many people spend their days responding to urgent tasks without stopping to consider whether those tasks are moving them toward their long-term vision. As a result, they end up feeling busy but not productive. To put first things first, you need to identify your most important priorities, the things that will have the greatest impact on your life and success. These are the activities that align with your vision, goals, and values. When you know what matters most, you make it a non-negotiable part of your day. It's about choosing quality over quantity. You don't need to do everything. You need to do the right things. One powerful strategy is to learn how to say no to the distractions that pull you away from your priorities. This can be tough, especially when other people demand your time or when the urgent seems to scream louder than the important. But the truth is, if you don't take control of your time, someone else will. By putting first things first, you actively choose to focus on what brings you closer to your goals, even if it means turning down other requests or letting go of activities that don't serve your bigger vision. A helpful tool in this process is time management. You can plan your day or week by blocking out time specifically for your highest priorities. Whether it's setting aside time for deep work, focusing on self-care, or working toward a personal goal, these activities need to come first in your schedule. When you build your day around what's most important, you set yourself up for success. It's also crucial to avoid falling into the trap of perfectionism. Sometimes we delay important tasks because we're waiting for the perfect time or the perfect conditions. But waiting for perfection often means waiting forever. Start where you are, focus on making progress, not perfection, and commit to taking action on what matters most, even if it's not flawless. Every step forward counts. Another aspect of putting first things first is understanding the difference between what's important and what's urgent. Urgent tasks demand your immediate attention, but they're not always the ones that will have the greatest long-term impact. Important tasks, on the other hand, may not seem pressing in the moment, but they're the ones that build your future. By prioritizing the important over the urgent, you set yourself up for sustainable success, not just short-term firefighting. When you put first things first, you stop letting life dictate your pace. You take control of your time and energy and direct them toward the activities that will shape your future. It's about being intentional, staying focused, and aligning your daily actions with the bigger picture you've created for your life. By doing this consistently, you'll find that the things that matter most will naturally rise to the top, and you'll build momentum toward your vision every single day. When we approach life and our interactions with others, it's easy to fall into a mindset of competition. We think of success as a limited resource. If someone else wins, that means we lose. But the truth is, the most effective and successful people understand that true success isn't about beating others. It's about creating a scenario where everyone can win. Thinking win-win is about shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. When you believe that there is enough success, opportunity, and value for everyone, you start looking for solutions that benefit everyone involved. It's a mindset that encourages cooperation rather than competition and collaboration instead of conflict. In a win-win situation, you're focused on creating solutions where both parties or all parties walk away feeling like they've gained something valuable. This approach starts with understanding the importance of long-term relationships and trust. In the traditional win-lose mindset, people often think short-term. I don't do whatever it takes to win right now, even if it means hurting others. But when you focus on a win-win outcome, you're building a foundation for stronger, more sustainable relationships. You're in it for the long haul where both sides can continue to work together, grow, and thrive. It's about creating mutual respect and understanding, which results in stronger partnerships, whether in business, friendships, or family. Thinking win-win also means embracing the idea that success for one person doesn't have to come at the expense of someone else's success. In fact, lifting others up often opens doors for you too. It's about looking for opportunities where everyone involved benefits, instead of a zero-sum approach where one person's gain is another person's loss. The more you can create this kind of energy in your relationships, the more you'll see it come back to you in ways you never expected. This mindset is essential when you're negotiating, collaborating, or even just dealing with daily interactions. If you approach every situation with the belief that there's a solution that benefits everyone, you'll be more creative, more solution-oriented, and ultimately more successful. It's about moving away from the idea of I win, you lose, and embracing the philosophy of we both win. The more you can do this, the more you'll find that life opens up in ways that are far more fulfilling and rewarding. Moreover, win-win thinking encourages empathy. When you start by considering what the other person needs, what their goals are, and how they perceive the situation, you begin to create a more collaborative environment. Instead of just pushing for your own interests, you take into account the perspectives of others and work together to find a solution that benefits everyone. This can lead to more meaningful, productive, and lasting partnerships in all areas of life, from business deals to family dynamics. Adopting a win-win approach helps you build trust, increase cooperation, and create positive outcomes for everyone involved. It's a mindset that's not just about achieving success, it's about achieving success together. One of the most powerful and transformative habits you can adopt is the ability to listen first. Truly listen before you try to be heard. This simple yet profound concept changes the way we communicate, build relationships, and solve problems. Most people, when they're having a conversation, are more focused on what they're going to say next than truly understanding the other person. But true influence, true connection, comes from first taking the time to really understand where the other person is coming from. When you seek first to understand, you're showing respect for the other person's perspective. You're giving them the space to express themselves without interrupting, judging, or rushing to formulate a response. This level of active listening is not about just hearing the words. They need to be felt and understood at a deeper level. You want to listen with empathy, with the intent to understand their emotions, needs, and intentions. Only when you understand where someone is coming from can you respond in a way that is meaningful and unpackful. This habit requires patience and humility. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you know what's best or assuming you understand someone's situation without truly listening. But when you take the time to listen with an open mind and heart, you'll often discover insights you never would have found if you had simply tried to fix or advise right away. By giving others the opportunity to fully express themselves, you foster a sense of trust and respect. People are far more likely to listen to you when they know you've listened to them first. When you've made the effort to understand the other person's point of view, you're able to engage in a much more productive and meaningful dialogue. It's no longer about defending your own position or proving you're right. It becomes about working together to find solutions that work for everyone. When people feel heard and understood, they're more likely to be open to hearing your perspective. They feel respected and validated, and that opens the door to mutual understanding and cooperation. This approach isn't just helpful in personal relationships, it's crucial in business, leadership, and conflict resolution. In negotiations, for instance, if you truly understand the other party's needs, constraints, and goals, you're in a much stronger position to propose solutions that work for both sides. In leadership, the best leaders are those who listen first, making sure their team feels understood and supported before offering direction or feedback. By practicing this habit consistently, you'll find that your communication becomes more effective, your relationships deepen, and you become someone others trust and turn to for advice or guidance. Listening is one of the most powerful tools you can use to influence, inspire, and create meaningful connections. When you approach every conversation with the intent to first understand, you change the dynamics of how people relate to you and how you relate to them. One of the most remarkable things about human potential is the power of collaboration. When people come together combining their strengths, ideas, and talents, the results are often far greater than what any one individual could achieve alone. This is the essence of synergy, the idea that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. It's about harnessing the collective power of people with different skills, perspectives, and abilities to create something truly extraordinary. Synergy starts with an open mind. It requires a willingness to appreciate and embrace the differences in others. Too often, we're focused on our own strengths and solutions, thinking our way is the best way. But when you look at the world through the lens of synergy, you recognize that others bring unique insights and capabilities that can complement yours. By working together, you not only achieve more, but you create a new dynamic where innovation, creativity, and problem-solving thrive. It's like putting together a puzzle. Each piece is different, but when they fit together, they create a complete picture that couldn't be made with just one piece. This mindset is particularly important in teamwork. Whether in business, family, or any group endeavor, synergy allows teams to function at a higher level of effectiveness. It shifts the focus from individual accomplishments to shared success. When everyone brings their best to the table and is open to collaboration, the team becomes greater than just the sum of its members. Each person's strengths elevate the entire group, and the group can achieve things that would have been impossible working alone. But synergy doesn't happen automatically. It requires trust, respect, and a genuine desire to find common ground. You have to move past the idea that someone else's contribution might take away from your own. Instead, you see their success as a win for the entire group. There's a deep sense of interdependence where everyone is working toward a shared vision and the contributions of others are seen as assets, not threats. This is the power of collaboration at its finest. Think about it. Some of the greatest innovations in history have come from people with diverse ideas and experiences working together. Whether it's in the fields of science, business, or art, the most groundbreaking achievements are often the result of people from different backgrounds coming together and combining their strengths. Each person's unique perspective allows the group to break free from conventional thinking and see new possibilities. It's only when you embrace the concept of synergy that you can tap into this vast pool of creativity and innovation. A key part of creating synergy is fostering an environment where people feel safe to share their ideas without judgment. When people feel valued and understood, they're more likely to contribute freely and openly. This collaborative environment encourages exploration and experimentation, where everyone is working toward a common goal with an open mind and shared purpose. Moreover, synergy isn't limited to just working with others. It can also apply to how we integrate various aspects of our lives. For instance, when you align your personal values, professional goals, and relationships, you create synergy in your own life. Everything works together harmoniously, and you're able to achieve more in all areas of life because each part supports the others. Ultimately, when you embrace the principle of synergy, you're opening the door to limitless possibilities. You're saying together we can accomplish more than we ever could apart. Whether it's with your team, your family, or your community, the ability to create synergy allows you to achieve extraordinary things. And when you harness this power, you'll realize that collaboration is not just a tool, it's the key to unlocking your full potential and achieving success that goes beyond what you could have imagined. To achieve lasting success and continue growing, it's essential to invest in yourself. Not just in terms of skills or knowledge, but in your overall well-being. This concept, sharpening the saw, is all about regularly renewing and strengthening the 4 key areas of your life: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Just like a saw that becomes dull with use, if you don't take the time to care for yourself and recharge, you'll eventually wear out, lose focus, and stop performing at your best. The first area, physical well-being, is often the most obvious. If you're not taking care of your body, everything else becomes harder. Exercise, good nutrition, and sufficient rest are not just luxuries. They are essential for maintaining energy, focus, and resilience. When you keep your body healthy, you're better able to handle stress, stay productive, and maintain a positive outlook. Exercise, for instance, is proven to boost mood, improve mental clarity, and reduce anxiety. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, and when you prioritize your physical health, you set yourself up to perform at your highest level. Mental renewal is just as critical. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to overload your mind with constant information, distractions, and tasks. This can lead to mental exhaustion and burnout. That's why it's crucial to give your mind regular breaks and focus on activities that stimulate and challenge you in positive ways. This could mean reading, learning new skills, or solving puzzles. Anything that keeps your brain engaged and growing. Just like you would train a muscle, you need to exercise your mind, constantly learning and expanding your knowledge. Keeping your mind sharp is key to creativity, problem solving, and making sound decisions in both your personal and professional life. Emotional renewal is another vital aspect of sharpening the saw. It's easy to get caught up in stress, frustration, or negative emotions, especially when life gets overwhelming. But emotional health is foundational to everything else. If you're not taking care of your emotional well-being, it can affect your relationships, your productivity, and your overall happiness. Emotional renewal comes from practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and building strong, supportive relationships. It's about creating space to deal with your feelings in a healthy way, taking time to recharge emotionally so you can face life's challenges with balance, and resilience. Whether through journaling, meditation, or spending time with loved ones, emotional renewal helps you stay centered and aligned with your values. Finally, spiritual renewal is about reconnecting with your purpose, values, and beliefs. This might not always involve religion, but it's about having a sense of meaning and direction in your life. When you align with your inner values and take time to reflect on what truly matters to you, you gain clarity and peace. Spiritual renewal helps you stay grounded even when life gets chaotic. It could involve activities such as meditation, prayer, spending time in nature, or simply taking time for introspection. Recharging spiritually provides the foundation of strength and motivation to keep moving forward with purpose and integrity. When you make the time to renew all four of these areas, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're consistently increasing your capacity to handle challenges, grow, and succeed. Just like a well-maintained saw cuts through wood with ease, a well-maintained self can cut through life's challenges with greater ease, focus, and joy. Investing in your well-being is the key to sustained high performance. It's not a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process. The more you invest in yourself, the more you'll have to give to others and the world around you. By sharpening the saw regularly, you ensure that you're always functioning at your best, both personally and professionally. You're creating a life of balance, growth, and fulfillment that allows you to keep striving toward your goals with energy, passion, and resilience. As we come to the end of this journey through the 7 habits, I want you to take a moment to reflect on the power of these principles. They're not just abstract ideas, they're actionable habits that when practiced consistently can transform your life in profound ways. The key to effectiveness, success, and fulfillment doesn't lie in waiting for the perfect circumstances. It lies in the choices we make every day. You are in control. You have the power to be proactive, to shape your own destiny. You have the ability to align your actions with your deepest values and desires. When you embrace these habits, you'll start to see not just success in your goals, but growth in your relationships, your well-being, and your inner peace. Remember, the journey toward becoming a highly effective person isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Each habit builds on the other, and every small step forward is a victory. So go out there, apply these habits in your daily life, and know that you're not just moving towards success, you're creating the kind of life that truly reflects who you are and what you want to become. Thank you.